Well, hey there, guys. I'm Axel the Beast of ZeldaDungeon.net. Well, there have always been scary themes in Zelda. It's a consistent thing with the series. Last video I talked about the undead, and the thing is that a lot of the times in Zelda, when they're gonna have the scary themes, they're gonna be undead related. So this ties in with the last video quite a lot, actually. In a way that's almost limiting because they use very few other scary ideas. And I do think that the scary things are good. It's just, yeah, I mean, I think it's good that they have a lot of creepy parts in the game. It helps add a lot of variety. It helps, make some moments that are legitimately scary and creep you out. And, it's good that they have, the light areas and the dark areas, I think. And, in the past I've complained about darkness in Zelda and said that the darkness is too much of it is a bad thing. But, that's still, I'm not being a hypocrite here. I was talking overall. It's not good for the whole game to be dark. It's great if there are some dark areas, or enemies too. I just wish that, it wasn't always the undead things that had to be dark. They could have, I don't know, like demonic creatures or just creepier monsters. There's a lot of things they could do with that. But there needs to be contrast. If it's just like a couple of enemies in one area, that's what makes it scary. But when it's the entire game, it gets kind of old and you don't feel scared anymore. I mean, in Ocarina of Time, you had the dead hand. But say in Twilight Princess, they just kept doing the scary stuff. Nah. I think I've made my point. Basically, if you just keep doing the scary stuff, it has no effect. And it's much better when you just pop the scary things in certain parts of the game and you really go all out with it. Another problem is it alienates kids a bit when the game is too dark. I mean, it'll up the rating, ultimately, probably, or at least creep the kids out, and Zelda, as I've talked about, it should always be family-friendly. But it's fine if there's, like, a dark part of the game, or a scary part of the game. That's what's good about the series. That's what's perfect about Ocarina of Time and stuff. But, when you have the whole game like that, it turns off a large part of the audience. And not just kids, just people who don't like the dark stuff. As for the main plot being dark, a good example of that would probably be Majora's Mask, which I feel wasn't a very terribly dark game overall in terms of execution and the emotion it made you feel, though that could have been a personal experience. But the main plot was actually pretty disturbing if you thought about it. I mean, not talking the side quest stuff, it's the main plot. But I think Majora's Mask handled it well because most of the game was side quest heavy, and the side quests weren't as horribly dark as the main plot, where there was this horrible creature trying to destroy the world. Guys, I can't do this anymore, okay?